This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Shashina Roll. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news, the Ministry for Grand Bahama welcoming two special guests today. Grand Bahama's very own NBA and WNBA stars, Shavano Buddy Hield and Jonquel Jones, paid courtesy calls to the Minister for Grand Bahama, where both were commended for representing this island in a significant way. Kimberly Mullings attended both meetings.
Shavano Buddy Hield, the NBA first-round sixth pick to the New Orleans Pelicans this year, visited the Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville, who expressed his appreciation on behalf of the government for Buddy's accomplishments and commended him on returning home.
Using his story as a guide, I can assure him that the government of the Bahamas intend to create more opportunities for young Bahamians who have talent and possess the drive and the work ethic to succeed. We thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to come back home, not just for a visit, but to give back to your local community. We wish you all the success in your future endeavors. We wish you the success in this basketball camp for this week. And again, thank you for investing in our young people.
Buddy is grateful that the Bahamas has stood by his side during his career thus far and plans to give back as often as he can.
I got to keep on pushing because a lot of kids look up to me, and it's someone that can help change the Bahamas. And I was looking at it that it helps to show that all it takes is one person to make a change, and maybe everybody to inspire somebody else, and maybe I can inspire the next future Buddy, even better than Buddy, to be the best basketball player, college star, and a potential NBA star. So I just say thank you to the Bahamas.
Jonquel Jones, forward for the Connecticut Sun, was drafted this year as well. Minister Darville noting that the nation is pleased to celebrate her successes.
I wish to congratulate you on your noteworthy accomplishments and for being the first Grand Bahamian female to be drafted in the NBA. That is a major accomplishment for you and for all of us who follow you and who admire the things that you have accomplished. Jonquel, it's indeed a pleasure to welcome you once again back home and to encourage you to continue to excel and to use your voice, a new platform for the empowerment of women and to pursue their passions and turn their dreams into reality.
JJ thanked the Bahamas for their support and is excited that both her and Buddy are home together. She left words of encouragement for youngsters.
We're both two individuals that were able to leave home and go and pursue our professional careers and make it to the highest levels. And I think it just shows that once you're given the opportunity and you're given the platform, Bahamians are able to excel anywhere in the world. First of all, I want to say thank you, and second off, I just want to encourage all of the kids here in the Bahamas to pursue their dreams, to go as far as they possibly can, and to remember to keep God first.
The Ministry for Grand Bahama presented both athletes with plaques. An Abaconian artisan sent handmade bracelets and pictures. The Bahamas Information Services and the Ministry of Tourism presented them with photographs from their arrivals to the island, and they were presented with a book written by Permanent Secretary Melvin Seymour. Kimberly Mullings, ZNS Network News.
Thank you, Kimberly. Well, in news from the tourism sector, approximately 100 boat dealers and cobia boat owners were on island and staying at Blue Marlin Cove in West End for the launch of Maverick Boat Group's 2017 Cobia Boats and Owners event on Friday. Some 20 to 24 boats sailed to the Bahamas from Florida for the three-day event, and that included a showing, fishing, and entertainment. Manager of Sports Tourism in the Ministry of Tourism, Nuvolari Chudasing, says the partnership with Cobia, one of the most recognized shallow water crafts in the world, is a big deal for Grand Bahama as the ministry goes into niche markets.
Grand Bahama Island, to be able to capture this audience is phenomenal, and I just can't overstate that, because you talk about fishing. Fishing is huge business. You talk about sports fishing, huge business. And so for Blue Marlin Cove to be able to get these guys to come here and actually launch this watercraft for 2017 is just outstanding.
Director of Marketing for Maverick Boat Group, Charlie Johnson, gave some details about the company's product. Elliot Deal, Marketing and Event Coordinator for Maverick Boat Group, also explains why the company chose Grand Bahama for the launch.
We're made in Fort Pierce, Florida, okay, and it's a brand made by Maverick Boat Group. And about 10 different models ranging from, let's see here, 20 feet to 34.5 feet basically. and primarily sold up the East Coast, but I have a bunch of sales in Florida.
I've been to the Bahamas multiple times in my life, and I love it. I think it's the best fishing in the world. I think, you know, the different types of fish that you can get here within miles of each other is just unparalleled. So I wanted to bring the cobia owners here because it's something that anyone can do. There's something for everyone here on West End.
In other news, Grand Bahama recording its third traffic fatality for the month of July this past Saturday. Our Talia Hall was on the scene and spoke with police officers who are encouraging persons to drive safe on the road, especially when it's wet.
At around 2:46 on Saturday afternoon, police were called to the scene of a traffic accident on Call Road near the Hudson Estate residential area. The accident involved two vehicles, a 2004 green Toyota Corolla and a white limo. ASP Kenwood Taylor says police are in the initial stage of the investigation.
So far, we have had one person that succumbed as a result of his injuries, and there are several other persons that are at RMH seeking medical attention. We're still in the preliminary stages of our investigation. Further information will be sent on to you. We do have information that the vehicle, the stretch limousine, was in transit to the gravesite from a funeral service.
Taylor says the male was the only occupant in one of the vehicles and is in his mid-30s.
From what we are seeing now, the green vehicle appeared to have lost control and ran into the stretch limousine, which resulted in the driver of the green vehicle meeting his demise.
This is Grand Bahama's fifth traffic fatality for the year, and police are urging all road users to drive with due care and attention at all times.
Especially around this time of the season, the summer season, when you find that kids are out on the street as well. To be extremely careful, be more cautious when you're driving, particularly persons on motorcycle, when you're driving in these residential areas. We know that the streets of Grand Bahamas are pretty wide, and from time to time folks do take a chance, but we want to say to you, please drive with extreme caution and care.
Speed does not shorten the road.
It's Talia Hall, ZNS Network News.
Now, police reports indicate that the 4 passengers of the Lincoln limousine also received injuries and were taken to the Rand Memorial Hospital by EMS personnel for further medical attention. The victim in this fatality has been identified as a 37-year-old male of Piners Loop. In other news, 8 persons hauled before the Freeport and 8 Mile Rock Magistrates Court early Monday morning and charged with possession of firearm and ammunition. The first person to enter the court dressed in a blue dress and black bonnet was Dominique Williams, handcuffed to 24-year-old Ashley Ramsey of number 9 Clark Avenue. Also charged 26-year-old Desiree Wilson of number 39 Clark Avenue, wearing a printed skirt and black shirt. The fourth person charged, 37-year-old Robert Taylor of number 39 Clark Avenue, wearing a white shirt and long blue jeans with locks, handcuffed to Gregory Darling in the black shirt. The seventh person charged was 30-year-old D'Angelo Wilson. In the 8 Mile Walk Court, 29-year-old Stephen Cadero Hinsey of number 8 Clark Avenue and Meshach Newton, age 32, of West End, Grand Bahama, wearing a tan shirt and black pants and locks, appeared before Magistrate Gwendolyn Claude on armed robbery charges. Newton was the only one to plead guilty to both counts of possession of firearm and ammunition. He was convicted and sentenced to 2 years for the possession of a firearm and given 1 year on the ammunition charge, sentenced to run consecutively. All others pled not guilty and were discharged. Meanwhile, 24-year-old Gregory Darling of North Bahama was arraigned before Magistrate Rankin Johnson in Magistrate Court number 3 on the charge of assault with a deadly weapon. He pleaded not guilty and the matter was adjourned to November 25th for trial. Now he was remanded to the Bahamas Department of Correctional Services. Stay with us, there's more news right after this.